All right, my YBAngry fans, this week's episode is, do you go to bingo too much? Now look, y'all, I tried to tell you guys a couple weeks ago that the YBAngry game's first card win ratio would probably be higher than 90%, but sometimes you guys don't seem to want to believe that the issue is resolved after just one card. I know you've been arguing and fussing for months and years, decades, but now they really do understand what you are trying to say. The game is over. YBAngry works. This is the YBAngry channel where we show couples how to stay together one issue at a time. No fuss, no drama. It's just the game. My name is Rod Jeter. Here we go. You guys have to decide who's going to be player A, who's going to be player B for the entire game.
Okay.
Who's player A?
Let's start with A.
Both players will use the This One detail cards to write down all the details to support their position on this issue. Only fill in sections 1, 2, and 3. Use as many cards as needed.
Frustrated. And I don't understand some of the things you do. I can't comprehend. I tell you the truth, I'm trying hard as I can. I'm so confused while we keep arguing.
Okay, why only go to bingo when your brother acts most of the time? It's a 10. Because most of the time you won't go unless if he called, you're ready to go. You won't even think about going.
Okay.
Anytime.
What you're saying to me is that my brother is the major influence of me going to bingo.
And then the next step 5, you say, is this
Is that right?
No.
Okay, so now you have to go back and somehow we have to, without a whole big discussion, make sure you understand what he's saying. So maybe he needs to repeat it, or you might need to say something else.
I understand what he's saying.
But he said no. You asked him, is that right? He said no. So right now you don't really understand what he's saying.
So you said, why do you only go when your brother acts most of the time? Man, I said what you're saying to me is that he is a big influence on me going to bingo.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Step 6, player A, you have to circle if this detail is or is not true. Okay, so you said it's not true. So the point you might want to take here is that it is hard for two people to settle on an issue if they can't even agree on the facts, right?
Right.
Okay, so him saying step 7, him saying that your brother's being a big influence, how relevant is that to you if it was true? Okay.
I am my own person, and no one can influence me to do anything.
Mm-hmm. So what are you saying to me is he doesn't influence you. You make up your own mind, you say. But what I'm saying is that...
No.
Oh.
So right now you just have to make sure you understand what she's saying.
Right.
The next step is you're going to say, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So before you start responding to her, you got to make sure you understand what she said.
Okay.
And that, plus this makes sure this way she can feel heard. And when you do respond, you actually responding to what she said, not what you think she said.
Right.
Okay. So tell her what you think she said, what she means in her own words.
But she's her own...
No.
Oh, that you're your own person and no one can influence you. I understand that. That's what I feel, that because most of the time you'll be just home doing nothing, or we watching TV or whatever, and he'll call. And you be like, okay, y'all get to talking going. Next thing I know, you ready to go to bingo. But you hadn't really thought about going to bingo, or hadn't mentioned anything about bingo. That makes sense?
I understand. But also, to me, that's what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And there have been times when I've told him I don't want to go or I can't go.
Right. Yes,
There
that's
has
true.
been times of like that. But when he calls me, usually he's telling me what's going on. And I'll say, well, maybe I can do that. Or, no, better not.
Okay.
So it's like a 50-50 with that. But not just because he calls is when I'll go. That's not what I'm feeling. That's not true because he can't influence me to do anything.
I see it different on that. I mean, that's just the way I feel. If you say that's, it's not, I guess it's not. That's just my opinion. The way I see it.
So we're going to agree to disagree on that.
I mean, I understand it more so now when you say, it's your opinion that is whether you want to go or not. Okay.
It really is. Do you know how many times he's called me and asked me to go and I say no?
I don't.
Because you don't listen to my phone calls.
Right. Okay. All right.
Do you agree with that?
Not listen to your phone calls?
I mean, you don't hear our conversations all the time.
No, I don't. You're right. You're right. So I guess I'm just assuming that he calling in.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All right. I can accept that.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Okay.
I feel better because you assume I go to bingo only when my brother calls.
I feel better because I had it wrong about going to bingo. Or why you go to bingo.
Step 14. It's on this side of the page, but it's for both of you guys to do.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is yes or no. Did we make progress on this one detail as it relates to the issue? Was there progress?
Go to her first?
No, both of you guys have to decide.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Circle yes.
Okay. And the next
You?
is yes. You say yes, right? There was progress?
He said yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Did you
I
say
said
yes? Okay. Both of you guys have to agree.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next step is, was it enough to win the game? If this issue is settled, or one of you feel tremendously better about it, then you don't have to finish the next cards. You finish. So if you agree that she does not go to bingo too much, then the game is over. If you still think she goes to bingo too much, then you keep playing.
He does think I go to bingo too much.
Well, this is up for him right now, though, because
Yeah.
he might. He
Understand
said
what
he
she
said he
said,
was wrong.
that she didn't, I was thinking the reason why that she go often as she do because being influenced by her brother to go. But she said that's not the case. She's her own partner. I mean, she make her own decisions, but that's the way I saw it. But
Right.
I don't see it that way now. She want to go.
Right. Because you don't know all the
Not
times
because
that
of
she's
him.
right. You don't know all the times she said him no.
Right.
She tell him, yeah,
Right.
Well, you should know that about me. I'm strong-willed person. Can't nobody make me do nothing,
Yeah.
or even like influence me. I'm still gonna think about it and decide whether I want to do it or not.
Okay. But right now, for this situation, it seems like it's settled.
Right.
I don't know. If you don't feel like she go to bingo too much, now the game is over. You can circle yes. If you still feel like she goes to bingo too much, then we keep playing.
No, that's, I mean, I understand, as long as you understand what I was saying, that's,
Well, that was just an issue that he had pointed out, but I don't think it's solved because he still thinks that I go too much.
Well, hold on. So, do you think she goes too much or not? Because that's the question. Does she go to bingo too much? Does this make you feel better to where you don't feel that way anymore?
No, it's just you want to go. I mean, that's it. I mean, what?
Okay. So, you guys in agreement?
Yeah.
So then the game is won.
No. Yes.
Yes, you circle yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so you seriously cool with it then?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
With that situation.
No, well the question is, do you go to bingo too much? That's the issue. That's the question. So right now, does she go to the bingo too much?
No.
He's saying no.
Not the way she said it, no. So
what, you good or not? You want to fuss some more?
You don't think so?
He said you don't go too much.
He said that, but that's
you don't believe it.
That's not
You
true.
You don't believe it.
It's not true.
What you don't believe he's changed his heart about whether you go to bingo too much is what you're saying.
Right.
What would make you believe it?
What would make me believe it?
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like you guys made a bunch of progress on this issue?
On that one particular question.
Okay. Now, would you like to go through the rest of the cards? Because sometimes, like when people win, they still share what they wrote down on their cards just so the other person to know what they were thinking. Would that help you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that.
All right.
You already circled yes for a win.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, the game has worked. Your husband isn't going to be all bothered when you say, I want to go to bingo after you get off the phone with your brother. Because he's going to not assume anymore that you're going just because he asked you. He might say, well, maybe she told him no yesterday. Anyway, he's not going to be bothered. So when you come home, things will be different. While you're gone, things will be...
things will be
different.
Good. I mean, it's...
Okay, so let's look at the next card just to go over the next. No, yeah, we can have that one. What's? You can pick them all up now. We're just gonna. We don't have to work through them. We just share what they say.
Okay.
Whose is it?
Mine.
Okay. What did you write?
One detail of mine is freedom.
Okay. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Explain it?
No. I just want to go share. I want you guys to share what you wrote. So what's the next one?
The next one?
Yeah, the game is over. We're just sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Financial limits.
What? Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Okay.
On my behalf, on her behalf, yeah.
He knows
well, that's the main thing right there. Really, too.
And one detail of mine is peace of mind.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand that.
And
how often
you
go.
put how often I go.
Mm-hmm. That's back to that other one.
How often I win.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
No, there's one more. How you split the winnings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, player A don't seem convinced that this issue
It's solved.
is
Resolved.
settled. Player B, you think it is, right?
Yeah. I know how to handle
guess-
it more. So,
right.
You know, that's
So-
my.
So to me, the game was a success because one of the people feel better. I guess you won't know until you go to bingo again, until you get some drama from him, or not.
Until you have to ask me for money.
Okay, whatever.
But yeah, but that's it.
It-
It's good.
it's not going to fix everything.
No,
but it's
no.
better. Okay.
Yeah. And that peace of mind and freedom, and you know,
What do you think about Player B? What do you think about the game itself?
the game itself. I think it's a good game.
Do you think it helped you?
Yeah, to see things, more clearly, what the person really, is thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long has the bingo been an issue? How long has this issue been going on for you?
Maybe a couple of months or so, something like that. I would say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
more so
So
when
Claire-
things was, when things a little tight,
Okay.
and if ain't no winning coming, hold on to what you had.
He think every time I go, I should be come home with a pocket full of money.
Okay. Well, we know it don't work like that. But
Yeah.
No, it don't work like
I'm not a gambler, so that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I never have been in cards or nothing. I don't,
right. Really?
Figured it was bird in the hands better than two in the bush.
Yeah.
I'm country, but that's alright.
What do you think about the game?
It's a very good concept. I thought we would go more into detail instead of just one card. I thought I did read the other stuff that's going on with me, but I thought that
You get
like to elaborate more.
Okay. Then maybe you guys should do that. That's what you want to do. Go ahead. It sounds like you would feel better. You might be more convinced if you worked through the other cards.
Well, you said the game was won because we agreed on that one issue.
Right. And
But
I think he's not going to bother you. I'm not in a relationship, but it sounds like to me, because who brought this issue? You brought the issue up because you know it's a problem for him, and he said it's not a problem now. So to me, that means it's settled. To him, it sounds like it's settled.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to hold on to the problem. I don't know.
No.
Or maybe you want to just talk about it, make sure it's done. So you might want to do a couple more cards just to
That's
do
fine.
another card. I'm okay with it. Let's go ahead. Let's do a card so you can feel like he got your point.
I could take it as him understanding and we solve that issue.
Tell him what it is and tell him what the number is and then hand him the card.
Well, one detail of mine is freedom.
What you are saying to me is that you want more freedom. I mean, the way I see that is that you feel that
No. So right now, you're just responding to make sure you know what she said.
yeah, freedom.
You're not going to discuss it.
She said she
you
said
just-
freedom. I understand
Okay.
the freedom.
Okay, so
I don't need to go into how what make me understand it? No.
no, right now, this is where the communication comes in.
Okay.
She says something. You need to make sure you understood what she said.
Okay,
Before
okay.
you respond.
Right.
That allows her to feel heard.
Yeah.
And when you respond, you actually responding to what's in her head, not just what's in your head.
Yeah.
So first, let's make sure you know what she's saying.
Yes, I know what she's saying.
Okay, so just tell her in her own words what she's saying in your own words, and then ask her, is that right? and check yes if it is.
Okay, you tell her what I think that she said.
Yes, in your own words.
In my own words.
And then ask her, is that right? And she says yes. Now you know what she said. Okay.
From what I get from it is that you like this to go out and do something that you like doing. To get more freedom to do that.
Yes.
That detail she just gave you, is that true? It is or it's not true?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
I believe.
And step 7, how relevant is that to you? To this issue? On a scale of 1 to 10. That she wants freedom. It was a 10 for her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it was a 10. 10 being that I understand it and that she needed, right?
How relevant is it to you that she wants the freedom? If it don't matter that she wants freedom, then it's a 1. If it's a big deal, then it's a 10 or 9 or something.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you care that she wants...
A 2.
So, it's up to him. See? Don't start fighting. This game is supposed to keep you from fighting. No, I'm telling her.
Oh.
I'm telling the game keep you from fighting.
We're not fighting.
What's taking so long to write an answer?
It's 1.
Because it's
You wrote a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so it don't matter that she wants the freedom?
No, it don't. It doesn't. It matters that. I hope I'm understanding it. You say, it doesn't matter that she. It matters that she won't. What? How can I explain that?
The question was, how relevant is it to you that she likes to go to bingo because it gives her some freedom? If you,
I think that's cool. From her knowing that that's really bigger part of it. I know winning is, but
no, hold on. I'm asking. She's saying her detail was a 10 that she the reason why she don't go to bingo too much because she wants the freedom, right?
Right. The reason,
because the question was, does she go to bingo too much?
Right.
Yes or no? She's saying no because she wants freedom. Mm-hmm. The freedom to go to bingo, or whatever you said you understood her to say.
That she want the freedom. Yeah, I understand that.
So is that how relevant, how important is that to you?
It's very important to me that she wants.
So then why'd you give it a 9? That would be a 10 or a 9.
No,
why'd you give it a 1?
A 1. 10 or 9. That's what I figured. Yeah. That's what I said before. A 10. I wanted to make sure I understand it.
We'll be together going on 40 years. And
congratulations.
I can go back, and I know we argue about that. I can go back 30 years to things that have happened that have not been resolved.
Okay.
You understand? But I picked the bingo thing because that's what's going on right now.
Okay.
But
well, just one issue don't make it. You just, every time something comes up, like if you guys had this game 30 years ago, you might have been able to play the game, and then 30 years later you might not still be talking about it because you might have resolved it. So that's what this game is going to do. So maybe 30 years from now you won't be talking about bingo, or 2 years from now.
I understand about her freedom and wanting time alone.
What you are saying to me is that you understand
About your freedom.
About my freedom and needing time alone. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, y'all, if you received any benefit from that video, please like and maybe subscribe. I don't know what I'm going to bring you next week, but I am on my way to Sun City, California to record a senior couple playing YBAngry to settle the issue of, does he play video games too much? Now, this couple is engaged to get married, so it is going to be really important for them to settle this. I know I've said several times to myself, oh man, I don't know if they're going to be able to settle this issue, but YBAngry always pulls it out. This guy's been playing video games for dozens of years, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know how it comes. This is the YBAngry channel. Until next week, YBAngry, just play.